the way to develop habits congruent with what you want to be. Because why I start talking about habits here? Because the results of habits are the only results that last forever. Whatever you do, what comes from habits lasts forever. For example, your body shape and weight is a result of your habit. 100%. The amount in your bank account and your debts or investments are results of your habits. 100%. The way you build your relationships are based on your habits. So when you are looking for lasting results in different areas of your life, you have to review your habits. Otherwise, you can do any diet. After 3 months that you did a very strong diet and you lose weight, okay? 3 months later, you say, oh, I made my goal. How you are going to celebrate? Buffet! Yay! I was suffering for 3 months. Now I know that I can make these goals. Now I deserve a big dessert. Right? 6 months of savings. I saved $10,000 in 6 months. I did that same. Oh, that was a lot of effort. I sacrificed many things that I want to spend on, and I sacrificed that to have my $10,000. How I'm going to celebrate? Spending them! Yay! Because that's your habit. So always you are going to return to your habits. So if you want to have lasting results, start with your habits. Review them. Review your habits and start building new habits that will be better for you. Because you know, whatever you do here, something is happening at the same time. So don't lose the opportunity to do something that really matters for you in the future. Because in the future, you will experience a lot of pain that I don't deserve to you, or a lot of joy, depending what are you doing here. You cannot see the results yet, but in 5, 10, 15 years, you will see these results. Because you cannot see them today, you don't know how they feel then. But you can imagine that if you are not in the place you want to be, you will be experiencing a lot of pain. Because you cannot go back 15 years from now. You cannot go back. And if you are close to the end, and you are suffering, and you have very comfortable life, you will feel a lot of pain. You can't imagine how much pain you will suffer if you are not where you want to be. But also you cannot imagine how much joy you will have if you can get in the place you want to be. Right? So here is the daily decision what drives you. Daily decisions. Daily decisions in one direction creates habits. Habits means that you stop thinking in what you are doing because you behave in some way. Right? Have you heard that this say that says every man is the same? Or how you say this? Ruben, todos los hombres son iguales. How you say that in English?
All men are the same.
Equal. Some woman says that. No? All men are equal. But the thing is that it's not equal. It's the men you choose are equal. But it's because you have some kind of way to choose. So the same thing happens when you have a menu in front of you. Most of the people don't see the healthy food in the menu. It's there, but they don't choose the healthy food. Because they choose what they give us the short-time joy, but they are not looking for the long-term joy. Do you understand what I mean? you always go for the short-term joy that is harming your long-term joy. That's what I mean. When you decide for comfortable in the present, you will be very comfortable in the future. Yes? But you are not doing a sacrifice. If you have to use your strong will, it's a sacrifice. But if you are using your good will, it's not a sacrifice. It's love to you. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, you know which habits you have to develop, okay? And we are not going to change dramatically your life. It's 1, 2, 3 things that you can do in the next 90 days. Practicing, 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 practicing. Then you will see the results. If you love the results, you keep practicing. Sooner or later, this will become a habit. Because the habits you have was built that way. It was repetition and repetition and repetition. That's why you have those habits. Right? Okay. So, here we have to start talking about emotional condition. But before going to the emotional condition, all of you deserve to have a massage. So stand up. Stand up. And all of you see this, the left side wall. All of you, left side.
The other one.
Left side is the other way. And close the group in the aisle. And start giving a good massage to the person in front of you before we go into the next. To the next.
Wow.
Exercise.
You are awesome, Margie.
Okay. Do a good massage to the person in front of you because that person will return the massage to you. So make sure that it's very comfortable. Don't feel pain.
I'm copying Margie. That's what she's doing.
If you feel that it's too strong,
There.
you have to say,
Is that too strong?
it's too hard.
No, I love it. Oh, thank you. I'm doing it to Steve here.
Next door to the right. This wall.
Okay, here we go. I'm not going to give you as well, but I'm going to do my best.
Sure.
Okay, that's the massage. Good. Continue.
No. Just a little bit. I've got a big knot right there. Right in the middle of my back.
Man, you're loose, Margie.
Yeah.
Okay, now I need you to be in King of Four. King of Four.
4.
Once you are in the four, can you do this a little bit more?
I guess I got
It's okay. Now, a number from 1 to 4, each of you. Okay? Are you 4? You go 4. Okay. Now, number 1 has to be in the center of the 4. The center of 4. Number 1 in the center of, surrounded by the 3. And you start dancing, and the others will copy what you are doing. They need to copy. They need to copy what you are doing. So let's use this again. Now the music drops. to the center. Now number 2, you lead the team. You lead the team. Number 2. The other 3 copy. The other 3 copy what the number 2 is saying. You have to copy. Number 3 goes to the center. Now you lead the team. Number 4 in the center. Now you lead the team. Number 4 to the center. You lead the team. Very good. You did wonderful. I believe that now you are waking up. You woke up. So ready. Oh, yes, drink water. Please drink water. Drink water. It's a good time to drink water. After 50 years old, you stop feeling thirsty. Yes, when after 50 years old, you don't feel thirsty very often.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, that's why the dehydration. When you feel thirsty, it's because you are dehydrated already. So don't drink water when you are thirsty. Of course you have to, but try to have the habit to drink water more often.
Water matters.
Huh?
Water matters.
Yes, water matters a lot. Did you know that this month we are in a campaign to filter replacement campaign? For you and your customers, that is very important. But we don't used to have this before, so we need to force ourselves to do a list of the people we know that they are using our products and talk to them and tell them about the program, about the campaign. You know that we have thousands of these products out in the waterfalls and the water bottle, the showers. We have thousands, but we're just replacing 15% of them. We have a big responsibility there. And just replacing the whole filter cartridges per year, that represents more than $10 million. That is commissionable. All of those are commissionable. Yeah, just the filter replacements represents, if we change all that we should, it represents $10 million a year. That we are not selling to people that need them. You don't need to find another customer. You have the customer already there. But we don't used to have the list to have them replacing the cartridges. So we need to start having these habits. You know HP? HP, they have the printers. Their business is not a printer.
It's the cartridges.
It's the ink, right?
Yep.
So think about it. Think about it. You have a huge business there sleeping because maybe you have some 10, 20, 40 systems out there. And if you do the right follow-ups, you will have constant incomes there. Okay? So Roy Orna, you know Roy Orna. Roy Orna is a royal diamond in Colombia. He gave the business of filter replacement business to his son. He gave the whole list of the clients. And his son is making money replacing every day 5 to 6 replacement cartridges with all the filters. He's a musician, so he's not making a lot of money. So Roy says, you have to have a side business. And he gave him the filter replacement business. Yeah, it's a good idea. Making some money. It's money, it's money. A dollar in my pocket is a dollar in my pocket. Okay, so we are going to work in the emotional condition. The emotional condition is this. Well, the emotional condition is like the physical condition. So you know that you have physical condition when you can go some stairs and you don't lose your breathing, and you can walk some distance and you are still cool, right? So when this don't happen, you have a lack of physical condition. And you can notice when you walk, you run, or when you are excited and you lose your breathing, is where you don't have physical condition. How you can gain a physical condition? How? Exercising when?
Every day.
4 times, at least 4 times a week, right? 4 times a week is a good habit to keep your physical condition in a good level. It doesn't matter your age. Try this. Try this. It's just you can learn about this in YouTube. You put your age, how much the heartbeat, how many heartbeat you need to have per minute, and practice that. And you can create a better condition for you. Because one of the things that sick people lose first is their physical condition, and this physical condition, they lose the capacity of good breathing. And this is not taking good oxygen in the whole tissues, and the tissues start dying from the farthest from the heart. Okay, so that's not good. So it's better that you keep doing some kind of exercise. Don't exceed, it's just enjoy. Enjoy the exercise. Find the exercise you enjoy. Okay? So emotional condition is the same thing. When something happens in the situation in your outward and you lose the control, you don't have emotional condition. In many ways, you can lose your control getting angry, or you lose the control getting depressed or sad, and you lose your control. Yes? That's sometimes the psychologists say that this is a Prozac deficiency. Prozac deficiency. You don't need that. You don't need chemicals, extra chemicals. When you need it, it's needed. But if you always do exercise, and also you go to different experiences in life, and you manage your emotions, you have emotional condition. Emotional condition is to keep yourself calm when everything is not. When you can be calm. It's when you have a good emotional condition, right? Because this is important to have, because many things will happen from now on, and the results will not be what you expect. But if you give them drama, you are not in a good level of emotional condition. But if you keep away from drama and you say, okay, what's next? And calm, you make your decisions without stress. If you get stressed, take your time. Take your time. Start breathing. Whatever happens, always start breathing. Anything happens, start breathing, right? No, that's not it. Practice this breathing. Also in YouTube you have a lot of tutorials for the right breathing, right? So you can have this kind of. Or there are also there are in Mexico. They have every week. Some groups have these kind of wellness. We call wellness previews, but they add an additional extra information there for healthy living. They say, for example, they invite people, this is the wellness preview, but they say, next wellness preview is about healthy lunch for kids. Healthy lunch. And they invite some expert in nutrition, and this person talks 15 minutes about healthy lunch, how to have a healthy lunch. When you make the decision to have healthy lunch. When you go to the groceries, what you buy for a healthy lunch. Fast, easy, and healthy, right? Other they say we will have a financial expert in the next wellness preview, and he will talk about how you can manage your income, half an hour. The wellness preview can be 15 minutes about our products, right? About what our products do, but they add an additional extra knowledge in different topics that makes it attractive. Make sense? It's not boring. So every single one is attractive. Sometimes they talk about the right way to practice yoga, or they say how to reduce bullying at school, and that kind of things, and they invite someone as an expert to talk about. In your community, there are experts in the area in different topics, and they want to have audience to talk about, right? So it's a win-win situation, right? And the wellness preview becomes something more interesting. And then you talk about 15 minutes about having healthy lunch and healthy water, good sleeping and good air, or good beds. And that's the way to tie everything, and it's more fun. Okay? The wellness previews is like 180, 60 people, each of them. Because of that. Because it's actual information. How do males today participate in family wellness? That's a good topic also. In the past, 0. Today, the participation of male in family wellness is increasing a lot. So it's the kind of topics that you can add in your wellness weekly basis. And it's fun. People will come and invite people to hear. And you announce the topic in 1-2 weeks before. Right? Oh, that's one was emotional intelligence. That was a good one too, emotional intelligence. But I like more the emotional condition, because emotional condition will allow you to go further. Anything happen in your life, you can still moving forward, and you will not lose your focus if you build this emotional condition. The only way to build emotional condition is to go through many experiences in your life. Don't be afraid to take the phone, make 5 phone calls, to contact people, to talk to strangers. That's the way to build emotional condition. It's like going to the gym, right? Maybe you will say, if you go to the gym, they will say you have to do 3 series of 10 lifts, 15. It's the same. Your emotional condition will be built with 5 phone calls every day.
Lots of reps.
Yes. Right? Also, to be able to sell 1 product per day. Make your standards. Build your standards. Right? But if you guess in the week, this week you will sell 0. Maybe 1 product by chance. But if you design your week, it's totally different. You will say 1 product per day, 5 contacts each day, and you will use 3 hours per day for that. It's enough, 3 hours. So you have 21 hours left to other things. Right? So that's emotional condition. Whatever happens, you stay calm. But it's not calm like pretending being calm. No, you are calm. And that's what you build. It's something that you have to practice. Okay? And the old things that I told you before is like when something happens, forget drama and give immediately a meaning, positive meaning, because life is happening for you, not to you. Remember that? And you are not your past. You are not your past. You are the decision you are making. Right? So all these tools help you to keep calm and stay there. So you as human beings stronger, emotionally stronger in your inner world. Okay? There is not this like you go to the mountains in Himalaya, and you stay in a cave for 20 years, and you will find the light there, and you come back. You stay 2 weeks with your parents, and you lose everything you did in 20 years. Okay, so the thing is that you can be calm in the middle of the market, in the middle of a big group of people, in the middle of a concert. You can be calm. But it's a practice, right? Nothing can disturb you, right? It's something that you develop, little by little. You will get better the more you practice. Is that okay? Can you do that? So expose yourself, call more, contact more, do more activities, sell more. But because it's Nikken, right? Nikken is your gym. It's not?
Home gym.
Yeah, Nikken is your gym. You choose Nikken as your gym. And when you don't like someone, you say, oh, this is my trainer. My mirror, he's training me. Right? So you will be so grateful to have these mean people surrounding you. Once you learn, they disappear. Really, this happens because he changed the trainers. If you don't learn, he keeps the trainer. But if you learn, he changed your trainer, for sure. For sure, that happens all the time. Okay? So, have the courage to live your life without giving in to the temptation of pleasing others. You are not here for that. Do you understand this? You can serve others, but please others is totally different thing.
People pleasing.
When you serve, it's different to please. Make sense? Because when you please, you start doing things that others want, but you don't. That's when you please. When you serve, it's different. When you serve is when you understand that someone needs your support and you provide the support. It's something totally different. Always ask, please. Don't provide help without asking. One day I was in the airplane and one lady was trying to put her luggage there, and I just stand up and I start helping her, and she says, who asked you for your help? Do you think that I cannot do this by myself? I said, oh, sorry. She was right. She was right, but because she lives the way she is, other person was, but I have to be sweet. Thank you, but I didn't like it. Right? So I like that this person because she's those that really can say what she wants and what she don't want. That's wonderful. Right? Sounds rude, yes, but maybe she's doing the effort to do that because she don't want to be dependable to others. And that's totally right. Agree? So I learned that this was my 1 second teacher because I didn't see her later. But now I ask, may I help you? Do you need support? And I wait for the answer. Then I help. So that becomes in gratitude or not. But most of the time when you ask, you are not invading, you are not trespassing the limits of the other people lives. Right? So this is very important. Always ask and move forward. When you go to church, ask. I'm here, I want to help, I want to be support, I want to support. What can I do? And they will find something to do. If you don't have an idea to do, what to do. Okay? So, have the courage to live your life without giving into the temptation of pleasing others. Because you lose yourself if you start pleasing others. Right? So, that's where you don't want to go. Because at the end, the others have what they want, but you don't. And that's sad and painful. Right? Making agreements is a different thing. As a couple, you have just, I like this exercise where we have this 0% of control, 50% of control, and 100% of control in our lives.
It's too light, nobody can see.
You can imagine. Sorry, black is better. So, 50% of, you have 0% of control, 50% of control, and 100% of control. 0% weather. You don't have zero control on the weather. Yeah? Are we agree? Right. And some people say, I came late because of the weather, because of the traffic. So you blame the traffic. You blame the weather. It's okay. So it's like you try to control that. No, you can't. But the traffic, the politicians, their decisions, you don't control them, right? So there are 0% of control is your wife. No, that's it. Now 0% of control is weather, social situations, demonstrations, traffic. You don't control them, but you know that happens, right? You know, you don't control. 50% of control. Any relationship is 50-50. Any relationship. So don't waste the time to see who's stronger or who has the how you say the
upper hand.
The upper hand.
yeah, you have the upper hand. That's it's not that. It's not that game. The game in between relationship is agreement. Always is agreement.